Cynthia, wake up. Cynthia, wake up! Oh, ah!
A clairvoyant therapist named Dr. Cynthia Winston treats patients in her suburban home with the help of her 17-year-old daughter, Jordan. For fear of being ostracized from society, Cynthia keeps her clairvoyant abilities on the down low. One day, a patient named Larry comes for a visit, and Cynthia goes deep into his mind to find the source of his troubles. There, Cynthia sees a terrified Larry trapped in a cage and asking for help while a scary bald man watches over him. Then, Cynthia comforts the boy from afar, walks towards him, and attempts to free him, but is challenged by the bald man who attacks her. Cynthia calmly tells Larry that she will free him soon.
Cynthia?
You can leave. Door's open when you're ready.
Don't talk to him.
Try again next time, okay?
While Jordan watches the process and takes note, in hopes of one day following in her mother's footsteps, Cynthia wraps up her exploration of Larry's mind, returns to the present world, but is troubled to see that she has real, fresh wounds on her arm that were carried over from the process. While Larry rests, Cynthia tells Jordan to research Larry's old coaches from high school and gives her the description of the horrible man she saw in her patient's mind. Then, Jordan goes to check on Larry, and while she's chatting with him, there's a loud knock on the door. Confused, Jordan rushes to open and finds a deeply shaken young girl named Riley Harris, demanding to see Cynthia. Jordan ushers Riley in from the rain and asks her some questions to better understand her. As Riley becomes more terrified, Cynthia senses something unusual, rushes into the living room, and is utterly terrified by what she sees.
Listen, you can tell me if you're in danger.
I am. Those look painful.
We have a procedure. I can't let you speak to her without at least doing an assessment.
I see things dark, like a person, but it stares at me like a starving dog. It always says the same thing.
Where'd you get those scars, Riley?
It's here. It's standing right behind me.
Jordan, who's at the...
Before Cynthia can process what she saw behind Riley, Riley's father, Randall, rushes through the door, screaming at Riley for acting irresponsibly, and drags his daughter out. Later, Jordan tries to understand what transpired as she is deeply concerned by the deep scars she saw all over Riley's arm. Desperate, Jordan considers calling the police, but is stopped by her mother, who explains the dark entity she saw behind Riley earlier and stresses that the police won't be able to help her. Then, Jordan and Cynthia get into a fight over how to handle the situation. Jordan passionately argues that the 12-year-old Riley obviously needs help and that they must do everything in their power to rescue her from whatever darkness has gotten hold of her. However, Cynthia puts her foot down and declares that she's not willing to open her home and get involved with such darkness, which will potentially put them in danger. Cynthia reminds her daughter that her father Daniel had paid dearly for attempting to help severe and dangerous cases and warns Jordan to learn to filter cases. The next morning, Jordan goes to see one of Cynthia's patients named Agatha, who had told Riley of Cynthia's services, and asks her what she knows of the Harris family. Agatha shares that Mrs. Harris had passed away a year ago from an unknown illness, and that Riley had taken it quite hard to the point she began self-harming. Elsewhere, after receiving lists of Larry's old high school coaches from Jordan, Cynthia filters them, identifies a man named Doug Ferry as the root of Larry's trauma, calls her detective friend John Otis, and asks him to keep an eye on him. On the other side of town, Jordan goes to the Harris's residence in hopes of finding out more information, but is met by a dismissive Randall, who asks her to leave his family alone. However, Jordan waits until Randall is distracted and sneaks into the house in hopes of talking to Riley privately. After a few minutes of sneaking around, Jordan discovers a hidden door that leads to a dark basement, manages to break it open, goes down the creaky steps, sees Riley at a distance, and walks towards her before she's knocked out.
to you. It's okay. You can come out. Come on, he can't keep you locked down here like this. He locks them down here.
Later that night, Cynthia fails to get hold of Jordan and becomes distressed. Then she receives a call from Agatha, who tells her all about her earlier meeting with Jordan and how she's heading to see Riley. Panicked, Cynthia picks up Agatha and the duo head to the Harris's residence. Meanwhile, Jordan regains consciousness and finds herself tied to a chair in the basement next to a beaten-up girl. Randall soon arrives and, ignoring Jordan's plea for help, orders Riley to feed the entity on Jordan, as they have done on multiple girls before.
Randall, people know where I am.
What?
Okay, look.
The password!
My mom is, okay? She can help.
No one can help my daughter.
And we can get it to leave you both, I promise.
She needs to feed it.
Riley, I'm sorry.
Hey, good job.
Then, Randall texts Cynthia from Jordan's phone before breaking it and starts preparing Jordan's car to dump it in the lake. He dismisses Riley's reasoning that Cynthia may help and instead orders her to prepare for their trip to the lake, where he plans to lock Jordan inside the car and drown it. However, Riley decides to follow her gut, and hoping Cynthia can help her, she decides to help Jordan. She steals a wire cutter from her father and secretly gives it to Jordan so she can free herself. Relieved at the turn of events, Jordan frees herself and the girl next to her and rushes out of the room, but is stopped dead in her tracks when she sees Randall waiting for her with a shotgun. As Jordan tries to convince Randall to let her mother help Riley, Riley arrives, shields Jordan, and begs her father to stop, as she can no longer see him hurt others to help her. In the commotion, Randall accidentally shoots Riley.
Did you really see it? Yeah. You can't get my dad in trouble, okay? He's just trying to protect me. I know. Riley. Okay. Thank you. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Okay. Hold on. You don't have to do this, okay? We can help her.
You shouldn't come here.
Stay out of this!
You heard what she said. She can help us.
Riley, move!
Riley, come on. No, don't.
In the aftermath of the shooting and Riley's death, Randall realizes that he's killed his own daughter and loses his mind in grief. While now hosting the entity, Jordan is traumatized after seeing the darkness and runs out of the house screaming at the top of her lungs. Luckily, Cynthia and Agatha arrive on the scene on time, and Cynthia holds her traumatized daughter and comforts her as she cries her eyes out. Meanwhile, at the sound of the police siren, Randall gathers himself and flees the scene. Later at the police station, Detective John informs Cynthia that multiple bodies have been found on the Harris's property and that Jordan's very lucky to have escaped. Hoping to find Randall soon, Jordan is questioned about everything that went on in the house, including the horrendous scars she got while the entity was feeding off her, but she lies about the cause, as she obviously can't explain everything.
He attacked me, so friction from struggling, I guess. Then I escaped. I've told you everything.
This is one of the most horrific crime scenes we've ever encountered, Jordan.
I think I need to go home.
At home, the desperate Jordan details everything that happened to her mother and begs her to use her clairvoyance to go deep into her mind and figure out the nature of the entity. After a lengthy back and forth, Jordan finally convinces Cynthia. In preparation, Cynthia informs Jordan that if the entity has indeed transferred itself to her upon the death of its previous host, it will search for the weakest part of her mind, bruised by pain and trauma, and latch itself there so that it can feed off it. Then she asks Agatha to stop the process and wake her up if she sees any sign of struggle, and begins looking into her daughter's mind. A few minutes later, brutal scars start appearing on Cynthia's arm, and Agatha is forced to interrupt it.
Do you want to come inside with me?
Honey, it's okay. It's gonna be okay.
Cynthia, wake up.
Later that evening, Cynthia goes to the hospital to learn more about the death of Mrs. Harris and is directed to a doctor named Ronald Whitaker, who is now retired, and so she goes to see him at his private residence and is stunned by what she learns.
You have a client showing the same symptoms?
Yes.
Well, not much, as it's patient confidentiality.
I know we work in different fields, but I'm asking you doctor to doctor.
She was deteriorating so quickly. It was like she was rotting.
Did she say anything to you?
I was distraught, and I was a mess. And she asked me to come close.
Something has me. It's hungry.
She said, "Don't be scared." I could feel it.
At the house, as she sleeps, Jordan is haunted by the same old nightmare she's always had, where she sees herself as a helpless, scared young girl, but now it is worsened by the addition of a whisper of the entity demanding to be fed. Jordan wakes up in horror and, hearing some creaking in the house, goes downstairs trying to find out the cause.
Mom?
Agatha, wake up! Hey, wake up! What happened?
There's somebody.
Jordan!
Randall kidnaps Jordan, puts her in a coffin, and drives to the woods to bury her alive so that she will die alone. The entity won't find any host and starve to death. There, once she figures out what's going on, Jordan tries to apologize to Randall and begs him to set her free, but all her tears fall on deaf ears, as Randall believes what he's doing is for the greater good.
You held her when she died. And now it's inside you. No one's gonna be around when you die.
Meanwhile, after discovering Jordan's disappearance, Agatha and Cynthia go to the police station and beg Detective John to help them. However, a few minutes later, Randall shocks everyone by driving to the station and turning himself in. As soon as she sees Randall alone, Cynthia fears the worst and starts screaming at the top of her lungs for her daughter. Then, while the officers process Randall's arrest, she begs Detective John to let her see the suspect, and after a lot of pleading, the detective agrees. As soon as she sees the kidnapper, Cynthia holds him down with her powers and starts exploring his mind to find where Jordan is.
Please, show me, Randall!
Get out of my head! No, you can't find her. You have to leave her.
Once she finds her daughter's location, Cynthia rushes out of the station with Agatha and speeds to the secluded woods while the police follow her. There, after some desperate searching, she finds the burial site.
I want an APB out. She went east. Find me any wooded areas in that direction.
Didn't we call the police and let them know?
The police cannot help her.
And any sign of Cynthia's car.
Copy that. We have units en route.
What are we gonna find?
When we get there, I need you to trust me. Yes, Agatha, dig! Dig!
I'm gonna check it out.
She's still here, I can feel it. Jordan! Jordan, baby, wake up! Jordan,
As the police sirens near, Cynthia begs Agatha to distract them so that she can have enough time to heal her daughter. Agatha does as asked, runs to the street and leads the police to the opposite side of the forest. Cynthia uses this time to travel into her daughter's mind, find the dark entity, penetrate its mind in hopes of destroying it, but struggles. Then Jordan's clairvoyance ability suddenly flourishes, penetrates the entity's mind, and she comes to her mother's rescue. Jordan and Cynthia obliterate and destroy the dark entity once and for all.
Just keep looking!
Hurry it up.
We have to get out of here now. It's over. It's okay. Mom, I saw him. I know.
6 months later, as their physical wounds heal, Cynthia and Jordan attempt to heal their psychological wounds and sit together as Cynthia prepares to dive into her daughter's mind. There, Cynthia manages to travel deeper than ever before and, together with Jordan's younger self, explore around their old house. Then, young Jordan leads Cynthia up the ladder leading to the attic. There, both Jordan and Cynthia are grief-stricken all over again as they see the hanging body of Daniel Winstone. Young Jordan slowly walks over to her dad's body, meticulously lowers it, and sets it on the ground, symbolically freeing both her and her mother from the debilitating grief that has burdened them since Daniel's suicide.
Only if you're ready, okay?
I am so proud of you.
Did this story spook you out? Let us know in the comments below. For more horror movie recaps, subscribe to our channel and we will see you in the next one. Fear awaits you.